Gizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you could tap in or you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. And straight drop. You are the topic of discussion, my G. Straight drop. You're the topic of discussion. Now let's get right into it. Now, straight drop and his co-defendant were in court today with their public defenders. You feel what I'm saying? Again, you already know these guys have public defenders. They're broke. Literally, they don't have lawyer money, but they have public defenders. And you know, these public defenders, they're not always the best, but they come in and they do their job. And they do their job without judging the face of the defendant. You understand what I'm saying? So in some cases, these public defenders come in handy. Let me say it again. In some cases, these public defenders come in handy. You feel what I'm saying? Now, they were in court. They were facing the judge. You feel what, you know, and their public defender actually did an amazing job at representing them. You understand? You feel what I'm saying? Now, it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. It's always deeper than rap when it comes to these situations, when you have these pawns being moved on the chessboard, when you have these nobodies that can run down on a somebody, you understand, and assassinate them in broad daylight. You know, it gets wicked, man. And when you look at this situation and you look at straight drop and his co-defendant and, you know, the job that the public defender is doing, you know, they have a chance. Now, it's so many different ways to come about this situation. It's so many different ways to come about this situation that it's a free fall. Nobody knows what's going to happen. That's why, you know, Young Dolph's family is at every court date. His father, you know, other members of the family are at every court date, even just the hearings, because it's a serious, serious thing. And you cannot ever underestimate the other side. Now, you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We coming from multiple different angles. You feel what I'm saying, my G? We coming from multiple different angles, man. And that leads me and segues me into my first angle. And that's what the public defender asked the judge and what they put in for today. Now, if you didn't know, straight drop, his public defender, his lawyer, along with his co-defendant's lawyer, you feel me? They asked for a bond hearing. Yeah, it gets deep and it gets wicked. Now the co-defendant, you feel what I'm saying? He has a decent chance at catching a bond hearing. You know, his name isn't as big as Straight Drop's. I don't think that he did the race like Straight Drop did the race. I don't think he went on the run like Straight Drop went on the run when they were looking for these guys, when they were just suspects in the murder of Young Dolph. So with his public defender making that chess move, I gotta say it's a brilliant move. And he has a high chance of getting out. He has a high chance of at least making bail, having a number set, and maybe having somebody pay that number so he could get out. You feel what I'm saying? Now it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. Because I gotta say, man, the co-defendant, he's not prime time like Straight Drop, but he's still involved with the murder. He's still a suspect. He's still being charged with the murder of Young Dolph. And the way things is looking in Memphis, Tennessee right now, if he was to make bond and somebody was to pay it, I wouldn't give him a week with feet on land. Let me say that again. I wouldn't give him 1 week with his feet on land without somebody touching him, with somebody either putting him in the dirt or putting him in the ER. Critical. One thing I will say is, they sliding for Dolph out there right now. His best bet might be to stay locked up. His best bet might be to stay behind them bars, because if he is set free on any type of bond, or he's going to have the wolves and the goons coming at his neck. Yeah, Carlos, you're going to have a lot of wolves and a lot of goons aiming at your neck. Yeah, so like Wu-Tang said, you know, protect your neck if you catch a bond, my G. Now, you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We coming from multiple different angles. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. And that segues me and leads me into my second angle. my second angle, and that's Straight Drop's public defender. Now, watching the whole situation, I didn't hear his lawyer make a call for a bond hearing on his behalf. You know, he has other charges like sex offender charges. That's crazy. When you want, if you really dig into that and scratch the surface on that, that is outrageous. You know, a broke bum that doesn't even have lawyer money, but on top of that has sex offender charges. I know Dolph is turning in his grave like, you feel me? But yeah, they didn't ask for a bond hearing for him. Because you got to know, even, before they got caught, he did the race. He went out of state. You know, he was making videos. He was pretty much taunting the police, taunting the internet, taunting everybody that was looking for him. You understand? Trying to make a name for himself, I guess. Trying to catch fire in this hip hop thing. You know, because right now drill music is the big thing. And if you drill something and you make a video directly after it, you normally go up. You normally explode. And I will say this, Dolph and Black Youngster, I mean, not Dolph, but Young Gotti, Yo Gotti and Black Youngster, they was definitely putting their hands in the pot. They definitely saw the opportunity and they was going to capitalize on it. But like I said, man, with the reaction of the people and looking at how, people, they wasn't feeling what happened to Young Dolph. Yo Gotti and Black Youngster, they backed off. They backed off. So now, in court, public defender, straight drop. Straight drop. You feel me? He didn't ask for a bond. And his lawyer also said that he's worried about either the co-defendant or somebody else testifying against Straight Drop. Now, you got to think about it like this. If Straight Drop didn't have that extra charge, if Straight Drop didn't go on the race when they was looking for him and he became a suspect, in the state of Tennessee, he has a chance for a bond hearing. Right now he is a flight risk. He is a flight risk. So I doubt he's getting a bond hearing, and I think that's why his lawyer didn't even ask for one, because he is a high flight risk. But if he didn't do those things in the state of Tennessee, if it's not, capital murder, you always have a chance at getting a bond hearing and rehashing that, and then getting a bond and getting out and handling it from the street. And you got to know, if Straight Drop is even let to the street, he wouldn't last a day feet on land. He wouldn't last one day, 24 hours with his feet on the land before them wolves go at his head. Oh, y'all, yeah, you already got to know what it is. You already got to know what it is with that. So it is what it is, man. Now, listen, man, you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We coming from multiple different angles. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. You already know what it is. And that leads me and segues me into my last angle, my third and final angle. My third and final angle. And that's looking at Straight Drop. He had a black eye in court today. He was looking, his morale was low. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you didn't see any energized anything inside of him. He was looking straight forward. But as he was looking straight forward, you could see that black eye. And that confirmed that somebody put hands and feet on him inside that jail. We even had confirmation from COs, a couple of COs that was in the jail, that worked within that same jail, that confirmed that, they locked all the doors, they latched all the doors, and a couple of doors didn't latch. And an inmate ran out of that cell and put hands and feet on Straight Drop. And when Straight Drop turned around and saw the inmate approaching him, he screamed. That's what this female CO said. He screamed. Now think about this. This gangster. This murderer. You understand me? This big dog, supposedly, when he don't got that Draco or he ain't got that AR pistol in hand, and it's time to do that warfare with these, or he screamed like my little sister. He screamed like a 7-year-old female that seen the boogeyman. I mean, it is what it is. And that's what happens with most of these youngsters. That's what happens with most of these youngsters. They soft as Dollar Tree cotton. These youngsters are soft as Dollar Tree cotton. You understand? But outside, you can get on the camera, you can flash the Draco, You could paint a picture. You could set a narrative that's so far off, you start believing it. Straight drop. So it is what it is, man. You're going to reap what you sow. Karma is undefeated. Let me say that one more time. You're going to reap what you sow, straight drop. And karma is undefeated, my G. So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut. No extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing up, and we not dressing nothing up. Straight drop. Giving it to you straight raw. Giving it to you straight raw, my G. And you already know what it is. I just went line for line, you know, play for play on how these guys, the public defenders, are making their chess moves on the board. And in the right situation, straight drop would have got bail. Oh, trust and believe. It is what it is. Yeah. It gets deep. It gets wicked. And it's always deeper than rap. If you scratch the surface, you'll see it's always deeper than rap. So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. I suggest you tap in. Gang.